Saturday morning, and thought I'd get a little bit of a head start. It's supposed to rain a little bit later this morning. I want to get the Reel Mower on here. Last night I was actually so excited after dinner that I decided to do a little bit of mowing. I actually turned on my headlights on the reel, and it worked out pretty well. I'm not sure about mowing on the hill. I'm not sure the quality is going to be good enough for that reel. It's just too steep of a hill. I'm going to play with some angles. Man, that sun's bright. I'm going to play with some angles on going up and down that hill to see if that helps. Other than that, it may end up having to be my rotary on the hill, and I'll just use the reel for other areas. So take a look. There's quite a bit of dew on the ground. So I'm going to do some scraping with my landscaping rake just to knock down some of that water, see if it dries out a little bit, and it'll let me get to mowing a little bit earlier today. It's a little humid from all this moisture, but we're gonna see what we can do to get mowing before it starts raining later on today. I started the mow last night. I did the whole bottom down there, and that actually looks really pretty good. I had to scalp it a little bit, obviously, because I haven't mowed in a while. You can see how high the grass is right there. I mean, it's just too high. I'm not sure if I'm gonna reel the rest of this or not. It's just so high, it probably doesn't make sense, but I may give it a shot. But I need to dry out a lot more, and we'll go from there. Yeah, the hill is gonna be tricky with that Reel Mower, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I've seen this done before, so you'll see what I mean. It's just a quick way to knock down that water, and then that way it'll dry out a little bit faster so you can get to mowing a little bit quicker. This knocks the water down. I'm trying to get to mowing and being done by 11, so this is just one of the fast ways to get that water to from the dew to be knocked away and evaporate quicker. So hopefully it works, and I'll start in the front here in a little bit. We should be in good shape. So first things first, we want to make sure that the reel is actually cutting properly. Just a regular old piece of scrap paper. So that means that we are pretty much in good shape, and that's the beauty of the reel, is it basically cuts like scissors. We're good to go. We'll put the catcher back on and we'll start mowing. As you can see, it did move some of that sand around, but I think that's okay. I'll come back and fix that, move it around, level it off, but we're not quite there yet. striping done. That mower just mows so beautifully, but I've got way too many hills. It got stuck back there, so I have to fix that over here on that hill with the regular mower. But the rest of it, I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can see where I have sand, you can see where I scapped a little bit just because of the fact that I hadn't mowed in a while as I was letting this stuff grow. But it's definitely growing in. Overall, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. And this side's got a little bit of striping, but there's still a lot of sand left, and I'm gonna have to fix all the places that I move the sand around on. But hey man, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Oh man, it's hot. Getting used to that reel is going to take a little bit of doing. But this humidity certainly is not helping. But it should be fun. Thank you, Jesus, that we have Gatorade. So in a lot of ways, this is a lot easier because the machine does all the work. It's getting it in the right position and then running it the right amount of throttle. I mean, did you see the front, how good it looks? I actually got some stripes in there. It looks really nice. And that, you kind of have to burn it in. You have to go in a few times on each. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's just the hill is just going to be one of those things I'm either going to figure it out or I just won't use it on the hill.
But it looks good.
I mean, I just don't like the little lines that go through it, you know?
Are you sure it's not because you missed?
I'm sure, because I went over it like multiple times last night.
So it's just uneven.
It's still uneven. I mean, it's better than it was because before, I don't know if you remember when we did it, it looked like a leopard because it was so uneven. But I mean, it's better, but I mean, this is not a one and done type of thing. And like I said,
maybe if you go this way, would you capture it?
Yeah. But the thing is,
then that's twice.
Exactly. And that's the problem. So what I did last night, and that worked fairly well, is going downhill I can keep it pretty straight. Going up, it's kind of like you're crawling it up. And so I just go back down the same line. So I'm basically cutting it twice. So it's the way that this thing propels. It's such a good propel that it's not a big deal. I'm just walking up the hill a couple times, but like I said, going downhill is not bad. I mean, I can keep it fairly straight. It's the uphill that it's just not. So it's just going to be cutting it twice. That's all. This is the whole reason why we use the reel. So I can get one of these. So look at that. I mean, it's a perfectly clean cut on the end as opposed to the tearing that you get from a rotary. Oh yeah, check out those stripes. Now, they're not perfect, but for a first time on the hill with my reel, I'd say that they are acceptable. That's it. Well, I probably picked the worst time possible to mow my lawn, but as you can see, I'm pretty proud of these stripes, even though they're not perfect. It really is hard going up and down that hill, even though the machine does most of the work. It's just trying to keep it straight is the hardest part. But I definitely like the cut. I like the height of cut that it's at right now. Eventually I'll lower it. I think part of the reason why it slips around so much is simply because of all the sand, and it was a little wet this morning. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think I'll be able to mow over here with the reel. It's just a little too steep and a little bit too weird of an angle. But the rest of the hill, I should be able to do pretty well. So the only thing I've got left is get my string trimmer out and trim all this stuff. I need to restring it, so I'm not gonna do it right this second. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed watching that reel mower go on my lawn. It's definitely going to be a new experience for me. It's a challenge, but I think it's going to be really awesome. And I definitely like the stripes. And who says you can't stripe Bermuda? Because it looks like we just did. Again, not perfect, but I'll take what I got. With that, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know I am. I need a really cold beverage. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that bell if you want to be notified of the next video. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you later, and we will see you on the next one.